Two Bulls in a China Shop is brought to you in part by our sponsors and friends over at Manscaped, Trade Pro Academy, and Vanta Trading. Manscaped is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming with precision-engineered tools for your family jewels, and with a new and improved 2.0 version of the Weed Whacker now available, it's the perfect time to take advantage of our exclusive offer of 20% off and free worldwide shipping using promo code 2bulls at manscaped.com. As always, that is the number 2. And when it comes to institutional quality trading education, look no further than tradeproacademy.com. In our free Discord server, you'll find instructions to take advantage of our discount with them as well. And for anyone trading futures, check out vantatrading.com. Founded by Mr. W. Banks and Baba Yaga, they provide a ton of educational content with the focus of teaching aspiring traders how to build a repeatable, profitable process. Our exclusive discount code for Vanta can also be found in our free Discord server. We'll have all of those links and more in the episode description. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed today's conversation.
So, how does it feel when you play Roll Up to Win with Tim Hortons? Buy a hot or cold beverage using the Tim's app and find out. Roll in the app for a chance to win prizes ranging from free coffee and donuts to a Universal Orlando resort vacation or a sweet car. Oh, don't forget the TV. And this year, every roll is a shot at a $1,000 daily giveaway drawing for 2 $500 prizes. Roll up to win and get treated by Tim's. No purchase necessary. Account registration required. 50 U.S. and D.C. 18 plus entered by 4223. See rules at rolluptowin.com for free entry and full details. Void in Florida and where prohibited.
You are listening to an entertainment program put together by a company called Financial Ineptitude. Anything said on this show is not an endorsement or professional advice. Would you really want to tell a court of law you were suing us because you thought taking financial advice from two idiots on a podcast put out by Financial Ineptitude was a good idea? Really? Clown hat smiley face.
Hello and welcome to the China Shop. I'm shopkeeper Dan. With me as always is Kyle, creator of financialineptitude.com. Kyle, how are you doing today?
Doing good.
You're live?
Storms passed with very little incident for us. I saw some of the clouds looking out when I was supposed to be hiding in the basement, and they look pretty nasty, but most of it missed us, it looked like.
Oh, thank goodness. I was worried for you. I genuinely concerned and kept checking weather stuff.
I don't normally get nervous during storm events like that because, it's just go in the basement, whatever. It's going to do what's going to do. But this one was a little scary.
Oof. Yeah. Tornadoes flying through the Midwest, if people haven't heard what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. And then apparently that's a common thing out here. No, it's really funny. Is like they're calling this like a massive event, like a once in a lifetime type thing. But there's supposed to be like another version of it coming through on Tuesday too. So
twice in a lifetime event.
I think you're gonna have to redefine the scale that you're using to classify these storms.
Oh, come on into the shop with us today. Sit back, relax, hedge against the rage machine. We'd like to welcome any new listeners just joining us. We're here smashing our way through a complete set of fine china, sharing those ever-growing strategies for maximizing gains and cutting losses. If you are new to the shop and stock trading in general, you can always check out our knowledge and resource centers on financialineptitude.com. You can also, more than one way to skin a cat, Kyle. I don't know why you're skinning cats, but there's more than one way to do it. You can give one of our many beginning trading episodes a listen. We'll have all those links in the episode description. But the best place to be is just hop on to our Discord server. Lots of amazing, brilliant people on there every day. It's a really awesome place to be. And Kyle, you know how much the Discord server costs?
It costs me money. It costs me postage for free gifts.
Bam! But it's free. We don't have any paid tiers or special access areas. Because fuck that shite. But it does cost us money because, we're going to, when you do to join that server and send us a private message with your email and mailing address, we'll just send you some smash it yourself swag straight from the shop.
Does that make me a socialist?
Yeah. Sharing resources.
Yet.
I don't know. Have you ever been to the public library, Kyle?
No, I despise it.
No, I'm just kidding. Have you ever called the fire department?
No.
Good. Okay.
They've called me.
They've called you.
Mostly to ask for money.
Did you give them money?
No. Because it should be free.
Should be free, damn it. Oh, all right. Oh, we're just so glad everybody's here with us. It's a lot of fun. It's always better with friends, and that's what we are. We are here. Just good, wonderful
Aw.
times with friends. Speaking of good, wonderful times with friends, Kyle, do we got any show news to report?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Ooh.
We've got a new affiliate link in our Discord that users can check out. It's exclusive discount for vantatrading.com. And if you want to learn more about Vanta or Vanta, depending on if you're Southern or not, you can listen to the episode I did with Baba Yaga that'll be coming out on the 10th.
Ooh.
And then coming out Monday, we've got the roundtable that we did with the Eric and Eric. It comes out on Monday. That was basically the basic premise of that was why don't economists trade, and then just kind of spawned some really fun discussions out of that. Turns out they do a little bit.
They do.
They just have a much wider time frame.
Oh, okay. I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
They invest. They don't trade.
yeah. Active investing, I think, is the better way of saying that.
Okay. All right.
Now that we spoiled it, I promise you, there's more to it than that. That'll be out on Monday.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, we've got a non-stop, non-returnable, non-negotiable show for you today.
Oh, hang on a second. Can we do that again?
Back it up. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
We've got
Just kidding.
just
Non-stop, non-negotiable. Ha! Failed both those.
God damn it, you got me, Hedman. Bastard. We got lots of market moving news, plenty of stocks on the radar, and more options than Janet Yellen flip-flops or Dan flip-flops in this case.
A lot of flip-flops.
A lot of flip-flopping.
Hey, they're the most comfortable shoes to wear. Non-committal.
I hate them. I hate having that little plastic thing between my toes.
Oh, you can get them without that, you know.
Well, that's the ones I wear, but I don't call them flip-flops anymore because they don't
Do
make
you wear
that
socks with them?
They don't make that slap sound. I will wear socks with them, yes, because fuck everybody
Gross.
else. I'm comfortable. I don't want to take my socks off just to put my sandals on. What am I?
Nothing says I don't care like socks and sandals.
Yeah. yeah. I'll definitely stand up for myself in public if somebody calls me out.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Fuck you, they're my feet.
Yeah. I'm self-conscious.
Oh no, my feet sweat a lot. And if I got socks to wick up the sweat, they don't smell.
Yeah, so now you're just wearing wet, smelly socks instead of bare feet.
It keeps my feet cleaner, and I can just switch out the socks.
That's kind of... I'm trying to think of the logistics of that. I guess you're taking some of it away, but some of it sticks to your... Like it... I don't know. Never mind. Too much discussion on this. Can we move on, please?
Too much dirty feet discussion? I thought all your Twitter fans would love it.
Oh, God, I think they would.
Speaking of Twitter, reach out to us, folks. We love your messages and comments on Twitter and Facebook. Or head over to our Discord. Got the link in the episode description. If you're old school, you can send us an email to 2bulls@financialineptitude.com. That's the number 2 bulls. Maybe you got a hot stock tip. Maybe you want to tell us about a great trade you just made. Or maybe you've found yourself with amnesia and you're trapped in a rural home, enslaved as the caretaker of 3 horribly behaved kids and their psychopathic father. It doesn't matter. We just love it when you reach out.
I think I know what it is. Okay. Is it?
It's not a horror movie.
Is it the Goldie Hawn Kurt Russell version you're thinking of, or the shitty remake version?
I have never seen the shitty remake of Overboard. Well, would they gender swapped it to where Anna Faris was the psychopath? Yeah, because that makes it better.
Right. It's definitely a lot less horror sounding.
It's true. There's a lot of 80s movies where if you look at the plot, you're like, whoa, wait a minute. This is horrible. Why were we laughing at this?
I mean, even Back to the Future, there's a lot of stuff in here that I don't agree with. I just feel uncomfortable now.
Why is this high school kid hanging out with this old man so much?
Right? Oh God!
Shouldn't he have friends his own age? Come on now.
Yeah. Right.
I guess that's why he goes back in time and makes out with his mom. It's not a family-friendly movie.
No. Can we move on?
Oh yeah, let's talk about some bet results. How'd we do, Kyle?
All right. Well, when we needed a victory, we turned to our old friend AMC, and it tried to deliver. Bezos was kind enough to try to help us out. He sent out a team of investigators to go research and acquisition of AMC, so that caused the shares to really spike on Tuesday.
Oh wow!
Opened at $4.51, and then it just kind of flagged in a pattern. Not really going much above $5. It closed at $5.01. So it took our total all the way up to $483.58.
Woo! Yeah, that sucker got pinned on Friday, by the way.
I know, it was trying so hard. I thought it was going to do it. And then random stock P10 wasn't looking all that great until it rallied nicely. It opened the week at 11.05 on Monday, closed at $11.70.
Oh wow!
And so random now sits at $524.91 for the month and the win.
Oh no, AMC.
Well, to be fair, this is the exact scenario we were kind of hoping would play out. You ready, Joel? So this month's consequences have been given to us by Random's spokesperson, ChatGPT. So the loser will have to collect as many items on an outdoor scavenger hunt as they can. The items will be selected at random, and they will have to be turned into a sculpture.
What?
Yep. I'm going to give you a list of items to find that you can find outside. That's the only stipulation.
I have to find them outdoors, like what? Go like walk around the park or something?
Just anywhere.
Just anywhere outside?
Anywhere outside. As long as it's outside and you can find it, it counts.
Good Lord. Do I have to dress like a homeless person, or does that just bonus points?
I don't think there's any bonus points for that. You will get scored based on the rarity of the items. That will also be determined by ChatGPT, and will also factor in, for half the score, community voting on the sculpture design.
Okay.
If you want to play along at home, we'll be posting the scavenger hunt list in the Discord channel.
Yeah.
The Discord channel for the bet results.
And then are we gonna also do the sculptures in the Discord, or are we gonna throw those on Twitter? Do like a Twitter poll?
I was just gonna do them in the Discord and let people vote there.
Do it in the Discord.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Forget the Twitter world; they don't get to vote on this.
I was gonna say I heard that there's gonna be they're like changing the rules, so you have to be verified and pay their monthly thing if you want to run a poll.
Oh, well, that's a good thing that our account is verified.
Oh, we got the blue check mark?
We do. Now that it doesn't mean anything. I want that. All right.
Okay.
Should we move on and talk about some news?
Yeah, let's but first maybe we should talk about.
No, we don't need to anymore.
Why?
I have pre-recorded that.
Well, don't we have to at least like introduce the pre-recording?
Oh, I guess we could. I mean that's what you're doing there.
How does the pre-recording start?
I
just assumed we would say, "Hey, let's before we talk about some news, let's talk a little bit about some of our sponsor affiliates."
No, I was going to put that in the very beginning at the pre-roll where we do our intro.
Wait, so by now we've already talked about it?
Yes, we've already talked about it.
All right, let's talk about some news.
Dow drops deep on moving inflation, COVID frustration, war damnation. We're just bringing you the fucking news. You gotta recognize the game if you don't wanna lose. We're just two bulls trading information.
Yeah, we are.
Rioters raiding, insider trading, taxes are raising, bills on the hill. We got a crypto mill. No, they ain't growing weed. When the Fed speaks today, it's some shit we don't need.
Sing it, man.
Two bulls trading information.
What?
Two bulls trading information.
I'm inclined to agree.
Two bulls trading information.
That is accurate. Very accurate. Okay, where should we start this thing off?
Oh, well, there's just so much. I would say,
How about the beginning? I'll just go at the top of the list.
okay, okay.
Stocks did really well this week. Nasdaq had its best quarter since 2020. Apparently, the inflation results were better than expected, or softer than expected, at least.
Okay.
Let's say core price pressures eased in February, according to Barclays in an economic research note on Friday. Said on balance, the easing of February's PCE inflation was fairly broad-based across goods and services, barring housing. More on housing in another story that I got to. So core PCE, which is the Fed's preferred inflation gauge that excludes energy and food prices, was up 0.3% last month for a year-over-year rate of 4.6. But that was lower than forecasts and softened from the 4.7% increase seen over the 12 months through January. So it's still going up, but it's going up slower. And that's good, apparently.
Yes. Any reason to twist it into good news?
Right. Well, if you do watch the CME's Fed Watch tool, you can kind of pay attention to where the expectations are for the next meeting. And it's 50-50 on no cut or a 25 bip. Actually, slightly more towards the flat aspect of it.
Hooray! They're not raising it anymore.
Right.
For this round.
Yeah.
This round.
Well, if you go out and look at the December forecast, you'll see that they're actually predicting, looks like 50 bips in cuts is what the median prediction is. So even though the Fed's saying they're not going to do it, market participants disagree.
Yeah, well, I stand by my statement. It's going to be bad news every time. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll believe it when I get there.
Right.
I'm right and the market is wrong, Kyle. The market is wrong.
Right. That's the assumption I always base my decision making on.
Yes.
Right. Let's see. What else was that? Consumer spending was up 0.2% in February. Personal incomes were up 0.3%, according to a Bureau of Economic Analysis that was reported on Friday. Mike Scordelli's head of the U.S. economics at Truist said in a phone interview Friday that incomes and spendings are hanging in there and inflation's cooling. That has positive implications for the markets and the economy.
Okay. That's why everybody's buying stocks again?
I think what actually happened is that everybody was trying to position short. And what did we learn from George way back at the very beginning of this show? If everybody is already sold, then what are they now?
They're buyers.
Yeah, there's no more sellers left.
I did see a tweet from Michael Burry that was pretty much like, this is the biggest buy the dip generation ever. I give up.
Is that tweet deleted already?
I don't know. It could have been fake. It was on Reddit, so
it
could have just been fake for a laugh, but I thought it was funny.
That seems like something he would say.
It's like, God damn it.
Stop making me wrong. Oh, jeez. So a lot of people, the rest of this article continues with Kim Kahi-Forrest, somebody over at Bach Capital Partners that I've never heard of. She apparently thinks that GDP is what matters, and if GDP holds up while inflation comes down, then stocks are going to continue doing well. Yeah, so I guess on to the next data point.
Well, apparently the good news is also reflected in Europe. I guess the inflation over there has fallen to its slowest pace in more than a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. According to CNN Business, prices in the 20 countries that use the euro rose 6.9%, which is a sharp decline from 8.5% in February. So it's still rising, but it's rising slower, and that's great news.
That's what we want, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what you have to see in a turnaround.
I mean, inflation's pretty much gonna rise unless we do something drastic to make it go the other way, right?
Yeah. I don't know. At this point, it feels like we're on our back and the bully is punching us, and it's like, hey, he's getting tired. These punches aren't so hard anymore. All right. Might get through this.
So yeah, rope-a-dope, right?
Really wearing him out.
Got you right where I want you. 5 or 6 more shots in the face, and then I'll get up and flip this thing around.
I'm just hoping he breaks a wrist. Keeps going like that.
I had mentioned home prices. That was another piece of news that came out this week. Home prices had actually fallen 3.1% in March. That is also the largest annual decline since 2009.
Wow.
Something that we've been waiting for is to see the housing market kind of start to cool off a bit. But the funny thing is, if you read the rest of this article here, the fall in home prices have not been matched by a fall in borrowing demands. So mortgage approvals have actually improved for the first time since August. So I think there's still, I think what this is saying is there's still a ton of demand out there. Just as the price is correct, then those buyers are starting to pop back up and get interested again.
Buying the dip.
Yeah. Buying all the dips. Every dip. You get a dip. You get a dip. You get a dip.
Right. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Wow.
All right, what else you got for us today?
I came across a story talking about how the SVB, Silicon Valley Bank bailout.
Mm-hmm.
The Senate Banking Committee hearing last Tuesday let it be known that when they just bailed the whole thing out, the 10 largest deposit accounts had a combined $13.3 billion.
Oh.
So there was a lot of billionaires bailed out there. That was
Out of how many?
Well, it was just the 10 largest accounts. What was what's the total number of that?
I'm trying. Yeah, that's what I'm
bailout?
trying to find. Like, what percentage of that is of the total assets? And are those the largest clients, like people, or are those the largest clients, including like corporations?
The article did not say. Let's see.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it specifies.
Bailout total.
Also, how many of them were Chinese?
Good Lord. It was $25 billion in taxpayer funds, according to a Fortune.com article.
Oh, but that was after some people already pulled theirs, I'm guessing, right?
Yes.
But still, that's a large percentage.
94% of Silicon Valley's deposits were uninsured.
Meaning over the FDIC limit?
Yeah.
Whew.
The average figure for large banks is about half that level.
Billionaires are important to the economy, Dan. I don't understand why you can't figure this out. Like, we cannot afford to lose our billionaires. That's our shining light in the darkness.
That's right. That's if people don't have something to aspire to, they'll lose hope.
Right. Do we really want another country to have more billionaires than us?
Than us?
So look, if you want to be on a winning team, then you got to do, the dirty jobs and let the stars shine.
Let the stars shine. Let the stars shine.
God.
Well, I, as a taxpayer who paid taxes into the government that bailed them out, I just hope that once the bank starts turning a profit, I'll get to see some of that.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen.
Yeah.
Also, I thought it wasn't any taxpayer money.
It wasn't. The FDIC doesn't get their money from.
I actually don't think that they do. I think it's
no. They get it from assessments on insured banks.
Smart. Yeah.
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 Okay.
So it's a good thing that they have so many assessments that they can afford to cover $20-some billion worth of.
Right. I guess they got a $125 billion deposit insurance fund.
Good Lord.
That's it sounds good. Keep the machine rolling, right?
Oh, all right, fair enough.
I wasn't in this article, and it's nothing that I posted on the Discord, but I was looking at a thing that was showing how every decade since 1920, the amount of banks in the U.S. has gone down. So, in 1920, there was 31,000 different banks in the U.S.
Right.
And now there's 4,200 different banks.
Only the strong survive, Dan. Right? Is that how that works?
Right, but We're getting it's what was that the fucking Stallone movie with the seashells? Like, are we going to just get down to like 4 corporations and that's it?
As long as it's Taco Bell that's the winner, I'm happy. Speaking of which, I'm
Yeah,
gonna make a reservation for Taco Bell this afternoon.
yeah, you should. You
All
should.
right. Should we move on? You got anything else that you want to cover in the general news here?
I did have a story about AI tech experts saying, I guess I don't know if people have been following, but I guess this whole week stories been coming out about we need to put a pause on developing AI,
Okay. Okay. What's
and
the fear?
with AI is developing too fast.
Ah,
And so even Elon Musk added his signature to a letter calling for a pause, but some tech experts have come out and called it bullshit.
yeah, that kind of sounds like fear mongering kind of stuff, doesn't it?
I do think so. However, I also I consider it a coin toss whether or not AI will be benevolent or hurt us.
Look, just make sure you pepper in your chat GPT conversations with tons of please and thank yous, and we should be fine.
Right, right. While
Yeah.
I do consider it fear mongering, I do also consider some of the fear deserved to be
Yes,
mongered.
I think that's fair.
I'm really impressed with ChatGPT, man.
Yeah, I mean it does some things like extremely well, and it does some things very poorly.
Yeah, yeah, but it's come so far from where, like, because we've been doing computers since the '90s. Like to see it now, where I don't know, maybe 7 out of 10 times, like, wow, okay, that sounds like a person put that together. Like, and it was fast.
The funny thing is, I was actually remembering speech to text the other day, like in typing class, playing around with that, making
Mhm.
it say stupid shit. Like that kind of feels like what we're doing with Chat GPT again,
Yeah.
or at least that's how I use it.
Kyle smells like a butt. Smells like a butt. Smells like a butt.
God damn it!
I got you. I got you
And now Chat GPT knows that forever.
forever.
All right, let's
All
talk
right, let's
about
move
some
on.
stocks.
All right, let's
Where's
do
the
it.
song? Where's the song?
Stock time!
Now it's talk about stocks time. Looking for setups, it's still not advice. Big moves, fresh news, and earnings. All that we're saying, it's still not advice. Stock time.
Please don't sue us.
All right, can I kick this thing off with some more Activision news?
Yeah, let's do it.
Japan has become the latest group, the Japan's Fair Trade Commission, to approve the deal between Microsoft and Activision. Which isn't that where Sony's based out of, or is Sony a South Korean country or company?
So, Sony's Japanese.
That's what I thought. Like I would have thought that the Japanese regulators would be more likely to side with Sony.
Yeah.
So yeah, the
Wow.
fact that they came out and was like, yeah, we don't see any danger in the merger of these two companies, like that's kind of a huge boost for this deal going through, I think.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think we're starting to see the sentiment changing on this. Hopefully, it happens before June because I would like to get paid on my calls. But I think what's the next step? I think we're expecting sometime in April we should get final word on the European Commission's ruling on this. So I think that'll be the next milestone to really pay attention to. But if that comes through positive, then I think maybe we see another bounce in this stock.
Yeah, I mean, do mergers usually take this long?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It depends on how big they are, but yeah, it can take a while. It could take. I mean, they always said that this was going to close at some time. I think they projected like Q2 of 2023, but I mean, their projections were far off, and that was before all the opposition started really getting what's the word? Cantankerous, I think we could say.
Right, right.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a shitload of paperwork they have to go through. Yeah.
Damn. Well,
Yeah, it's going to be a while.
I know. Speaking of mergers, California has joined 3 other states to stop the JetBlue Spirit Airlines merger.
Oh, what?
Yeah, yeah. There's a U.S. Justice Department lawsuit. I think we talked about it like a month or two ago, uh, aiming at preventing JetBlue from buying Spirit Airlines.
Huh.
Now, California, Maryland, New Jersey, and North Carolina have all signed on to the lawsuit.
What's their reasoning?
They say it's going to lead to higher fares, fewer seats.
JetBlue and Spirit, like what other sizes by comparison? It's not like it's Delta and United Airlines getting together.
Yeah, JetBlue is buying Spirit for 3.8 billion.
Right.
Yeah, these are smaller airlines that do from like regional airports kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
this is kind of a strange one for somebody to fight.
so yeah, I guess the idea is like you guys are like the discount smaller airlines, and then if you merge into like one bigger one, then people have less options when they want to fly smaller discount airlines.
I mean,
Um,
Allegiant's still active, and I don't think does JetBlue even fly into the same places that a Spirit does?
Good question. I mean, I would have to say that probably in California, Maryland, New Jersey, and North Carolina.
Probably.
Uh,
Fair enough.
you know, according to the JetBlue CEO Robin Hayes, they're going to boost available seats and start charging less. I don't know.
Well,
Saying consumers would save money, but if consumers are saving money, then that would mean the airline's charging less.
well, it depends on if the airline can improve efficiencies by combining with Spirit. Like if that's going to give them, if that's somehow going to trim their operating costs, then yeah, I could see that being potential.
Okay, they're going to trim their operating costs and they're going to charge less money.
Right. Yeah, no, that doesn't seem likely.
Like, yeah, like, yeah, we bought our rival, so yeah, of course we'll start selling seats for less.
Well, here's the thing. Like when there's extra competition, people bring the prices down in order to drive their competitors out of business so that way they can acquire them. And then when the choice is gone, then they raise the prices.
Yes.
So
And
they still
why
have to
would
get rid of Allegiant, right?
Allegiant.
So as long as Allegiant's around, I think you're still okay.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good to me.
Okay. Yeah. Does that fuzzy
Separately,
logic make sense?
Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody finished up a state probe into the deal after JetBlue promised to increase seating capacity by at least 50% in both Fort Lauderdale and Orlando airports if the merger is completed.
Mm-hmm. So how's it?
So promises, Kyle. Promises. Can JetBlue CEO Robin Hayes promise enough to get this purchase pushed through? We'll see.
Has he tried giving them money? I think that might be the missing piece.
Oh, look, I have this briefcase full of money here. Did you drop this? This isn't mine.
You must have. It's got your name on it.
Got your name on it.
It's and it also has a reminder on here too. It says to do approve deal. I already approved the deal, so it can't be me.
Can't be me, right? I wouldn't even have the power to approve this deal. This isn't my note.
Right. Oh shit.
Oh, you got anything else for stocks?
Yeah, the last big thing was we kind of touched on it again in the bet results there, but with Bezos jumping in and exploring the possibility of purchasing AMC, definitely something we got to kind of look into a little bit more here. Most people seem to think that this is not going to happen, that it actually makes zero sense. Let's see. Wedbush Securities said
that's what I felt when you told me about it this week.
Yeah.
The week.
Wedbush Securities, they said that they don't think AMC is a likely acquisition target given its massive debt and inflated valuation. They think that they'd be better off buying the United Kingdom's Cineworld Group PLC, which filed for bankruptcy protection in September. So they can get that for much cheaper, get a smaller footprint of theaters. The price per screen, I think, came in at something that was more reasonable and a little bit less than what the industry standard was pre-pandemic if they were to go the Cineworld route. But it's kind of weird. Like, why does Amazon even want that? It's not like they want the rights because they already acquired MGM Grand, didn't they, to get the rights to all their titles.
Yeah, they did.
So unless they want actual screens to be able to showcase like their movies to try to get them up for awards and try to win some of the, get some of that sweet Oscar sponsorship.
You
Like,
think
I'm
that's
not sure what the reasoning even would be.
I the only thing that comes to my mind is like Jeff Bezos is he's like, I want Amazon to own everything, like movie theaters too. Yeah,
Actually,
bring it on board.
how many people does Amazon employ? Maybe that's the question we should ask. Maybe they don't want the company; they just want the employees.
All right, yeah. You're loading boxes now. You're driving trucks.
Right.
But I make popcorn.
Yeah, well, that's
Not
shutting
anymore.
down.
Not anymore, son.
You just stuff it in this box, and tape it up. Try not to get run over by a fork truck.
That popcorn is for packing materials now. Don't bother with the
butter. Oh, God.
Oh,
all right.
my goodness.
That wraps up what I was looking at this week. Anything else catch your eye?
Yeah. Virgin Orbit has collapsed.
Collapsed?
Yeah, Richard Branson's Virgin Orbit, the billionaire. You may remember him from
the faux astronaut.
Yeah, exactly. His space company. I don't think this was. Did they rename it Virgin Orbit?
No. This was a separate version or separate one. This one was like had to do with satellites and shit. The other one was
Not
space tourism.
Space tourism.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is not the space tourism. But so 5 years in, the CEO Dan Hart has told employees that they're ceasing operations for the foreseeable future. They weren't. Yeah, they ran out of money.
That's not good.
Yeah,
they're
laid
cutting
off
85% of the workforce.
Yeah.
God damn, that sucks for them.
So is that? My question is like you lay off 85% of the workforce. Does that mean 15% of the workforce is just going to sit around and get paid for a while till they're completely out of money?
More than likely, they're the ones that are like doing all the record keeping and winding down of the operations. Probably while they try to sell off whatever assets they have left.
Okay.
My guess is, because you got to keep paying the CEO, right?
That's the last to go, right?
Yeah. Then you need all of his guys, so that way he has someone to tell what to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
And then you probably need all your lawyers still, and probably HR.
Could you imagine being one of like the people like I still have a job, but that job is wrapping up the finalization of closing the company?
Yeah, your job now is to go and bubble wrap the plane so that way it's ready to go to auction.
Looks great on a resume. Oversaw the collapse of Virgin Orbit.
Yeah, I'm an IT guy. What the fuck?
Stock started the year at $1.85 a share. It's now down around 20 cents for an almost 90% decline.
Does this mean that space is going down? Virgin Galactic?
That's what I'm wondering. I didn't load up the chart or anything, but I probably should have.
It has not been looking good, I could tell you that. It's just it always seemed weird that they had two of these companies. It seemed like you've been better off like pooling your contracts and designing one ship that can do both the things that you want to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, didn't Virgin Orbit and Virgin Galactic, they both use the same thing. They've got like a modified Boeing that takes it up into the atmosphere and then they launch from the plane.
Yeah, I think they both use a similar method,
Yeah, because there's no vertical takeoff.
Mm.
All right, well,
you know what actually works a lot better to launch a satellite into orbit?
What's that?
Just put it in a centrifuge and spin it really fast.
What?
You haven't seen those? That's
no.
like a legit company. It's like just flinging things into space, into orbit.
Just from a centrifuge, like a futuristic space sling, like David used to slay Goliath. Like,
Yeah, watch the videos of that thing. That thing is fucking fascinating to watch.
Okay. I did. Wow. All right. Oh, I was going to say space elevator, but
Space elevator would be nice too.
we've yet to
Trying to
build
remember
one
the
of
name of the
those.
company. Spin Launch. Spin Launch is the company. That's it's a startup.
Spin launch. Okay.
Yeah, they've actually run some really cool tests. I think you can actually watch the camera of one of their test flights.
Well,
They flung something up there.
that's great for inanimate objects.
Oh yeah, that won't work for people unless it's a one-way trip, I guess.
If that'd be an interesting death penalty. Like, I'll take the spin launch, please.
Right.
Just fling my body into space.
Well, I don't know. Could that, because it's only the acceleration and deceleration that hurts you. If you spin it up slow enough, maybe a human can survive it.
I'm pretty sure
Except it's in a circle, so yeah.
Centrifugal force would squish you.
You'd have to spin it from a much wider area, right?
Yeah.
So it'd have to be probably from orbit would probably be the only safe way to be able to get those speeds up without killing somebody.
But then you'd already be in orbit, so you don't need to get flown.
Yeah. Yeah, I see the flaw.
All right, spin launch. I'm not going to space with you.
No, we'll just put a bungee cord to your foot. That way it takes up the slack, pulls you up slower.
Genius.
All right, should we move on? Do some advertising?
All right, let's do it. Let's do some advertising.
Yay, advertising. If you haven't heard by now, Manscaped now sells beard products. That's right, once again revolutionizing men's grooming with the brand new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. From a beard trim to a fresh shave, the technology behind the Beard Hedger Pro Kit allows you to shape your signature beard look. Now you can finally use Manscaped products to make your drapes match your carpet by going to manscaped.com and using code 2bulls for 20% off and free shipping. God damn, I was going to make that joke. Our friends over at Manscaped were kind enough to send me the Beard Hedger Pro Kit, and I gotta say, I was impressed with the quality and performance of the products. My thick, coarse beard hair has been giving me trouble with trimmers in the past, but the Beard Hedger was able to cut through the thicket without any tugging or discomfort at all. And because the trimmer has one rotary wheel with 20 length settings with only one guard, I don't have to worry about losing or breaking attachments anymore. So I've tamed my mane, and now you can too. No one likes a weird beard, so say goodbye to your stubble trouble with Manscaped's Pro Beard Kit. It all starts with that beard hedger that I mentioned. The thing's a juggernaut of fixing faces. Not only does it have the trimmer with the rotary wheel that gives you the 20 hair cutting lengths of just the one guard, it's also waterproof, so you can shave in the shower and avoid all the hair in the sink. The titanium coated T-blade is tough on hair but smooth on your face, leading to a single stroke efficiency that brings satisfaction one stroke at a time. Phrasing. The Pro Kit doesn't end there though. They also created 4 dermatologist tested formulations for your post-trim care. First is the beard shampoo and conditioner. Gotta remember that all your hair is different. Beard hair, as I mentioned, is more coarse and easier to damage than the hair on your head, if you have hair on your head. That's why the kit has made shampoo and conditioner specially designed to moisturize, reduce ingrown hairs, replace natural oils, and promote beard health. Next, the kit has Manscaped's Beard Oil, an essential piece for your main facial accessory. No one wants a guy whose beard is brittle and dry. The oil relieves dryness both on the beard and the skin beneath while adding a little shimmer and shine, which makes you look extra fine. Cap off the kit with the Beard Balm, a pomade that shapes, styles, moisturizes, and tames for a sculpted look to attract any fellows or dames. The Pro Beard Kit also comes with 3 free gifts, a beard brush, comb, and scissors to ensure your beard is ready to impress. So get 20% off and free shipping with code 2bulls at manscaped.com. And of course, that's the number 2. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using code 2bulls. Manscaped Beard Hedger, 1 stroke, 1 guard, 20 lengths.
I got some crypto in my wallet, hanging out on my Ethereum blockchain. Yeah, I got some crypto in my wallet, some Doja Sushi Polka Dot NFT. Decentralized, anonymized, fabulous cryptocurrency.
All right. What do you want to talk about now, Dan? I saw you posted some really good stories.
That the company that's probably done the best because of cryptocurrencies is probably NVIDIA, right?
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
buying
Couldn't
their
find a
video
fucking
cards.
graphics card for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've come. I don't know what led them to do this. It's so weird. They came out and said, and I quote, cryptocurrencies do not bring anything useful for society.
Wow. 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 NVIDIA, man, shitting on your clients.
I know.
You know what else doesn't bring anything useful for society?
Video games?
Data centers.
Data centers?
Data centers mine our data. How useful is that to me and society? God.
This is like to me, this is like Tyson Foods being like, people who eat chicken are fucking dumb.
Chicken doesn't have any nutritional value.
Chicken has no nutritional value. You eat chicken. We here at Tyson are vegan.
Right.
If you eat our products, we hate you.
Oh, I guess they never really actually embraced it. I was not aware of that. They released software that constrained the ability to use their graphics cards.
Wait, what?
Yeah, back in 2021, they released software that artificially constrained the ability to use its graphic cards from being used to mine the popular Ethereum cryptocurrency in an effort to ensure supply went to their preferred customers instead, who include AI researchers and gamers.
Wow. So they're like, we can't make enough product and it keeps getting purchased by the cryptocurrency people. So let's try and tweak it. It's just, oh, wow. Let's try and use software to keep crypto people from buying our product.
That is so weird.
Wow.
Like, why do you care who uses what? Like, you don't get a say in who uses your product for what after you've made it.
Right.
Like, your part of the chain is done. You have no more responsibilities after that other than to ensure that it still functions as it should.
God damn it. Too many people are buying the Ford Mustang to race it in racing events. Let's put a throttle on it. So you can't.
Actually, they do that. They do that.
They throttle the Ford Mustang so people don't race it?
They throttle every car. They'll put speed limiters on there so you can't hit the max. Yeah.
Shows how much risk I take while driving.
I know, right? Yeah, I got a special chipset thing that'll write the to the computer of my G8, and I had to take, because I think I was capping me out at like 126, and I'm like, fuck that. So now I think I peaked it at 170 something.
What? Oh God, that's.
So I know that's where the peak is now. I haven't hit that yet. I've only hit about I've only hit about 130, 140 in it.
Even still, like, oh, that makes me queasy just to think about. I'm such a coward when it comes to high speeds.
Too smooth. It felt too good to be driving that fast. I haven't done it since.
Much like an NVIDIA graphics card. No.
Right.
Yeah. So NVIDIA was the best for the crypto stuff because of its parallel processing, but apparently
they didn't like that.
Didn't like that.
I find that fascinating.
Yeah.
Like, why do you care? Why do
Yeah.
you care?
Right? I mean, you're selling out of your product. Like, what's the
Yeah,
deal?
that's what you should care about. At least that's the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah. I thought. Anyway.
I saw something that caught my eye. A report from Citibank titled "Monies, Tokens, and Games: Blockchain's Next Billion Users and Trillions in Value." Worst title I've seen in a while, but they're expecting billions of users and trillions of dollars in value to pour into what they call CBDCs, or central bank digital currencies.
Huh.
So a CBDC is a digital alternative to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're expected to be pegged to fiat currencies like the US dollar or British pound. Central bank of the issuing currency will control these digital currencies, with current trials indicating that most of them will not be blockchain based. However, some of them will have blockchain interoperabilities or BDLT specific. So Run It Goose, goddamn these fucking names, projected that $5 trillion will be circulating in the economy in CBDCs by the end of the decade. That is roughly the annual GDP of Japan, the world's third largest economy.
Yeah, wow.
Sounds like a stable coin, doesn't it?
It really does.
But if its central bank is issuing it, then I guess it's okay.
Well, it's something we've expected for a while. Like eventually,
Yeah.
the big banks are going to come in and make their own digital dollar.
It sounds like they're not the only ones spouting off like this. Bank of America in January they'd issued a research report describing CBDCs and stablecoins as a natural evolution of money and payments. They had said CBDs have the potential to revolutionize global financial systems and may be the most significant technological advancement in the history of money. That was global crypto and digital asset strategist of the Bank of America.
Oh yeah, now that it's going to be tied to fiat currency, it's groundbreaking.
Right.
And important.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah, CBDCs, new thing, the new old thing.
You say CBD, and all I think is marijuana.
I know, me too. You know that they had to have come up with that acronym just hoping to get some of that crowd.
Yeah, give me some of the I want CBD, A, B, C, D, get all of it. I want all of it.
What about let's see, what would a TH currency be?
The hit currency? The hip currency?
Yeah.
I don't know.
THCs.
Give me that THC.
All right. Well, anything else you wanted to touch on here?
Yeah, real quick. I would like to issue an apology for making fun of Trump NFTs.
Oh, when did you do that?
I might not have done it on air, but I've definitely done it in person. And I'd like to make a
you
public.
Probably have.
I'd like to make a public apology. Following the news of indictment in New York. His Trump NFTs have soared. The floor price of the Trump NFT trading cards was 0.41 Ethereum, or about $748 on March 30th.
Mm-hmm.
The floor price.
Okay, so that's the bare minimum.
That's the bare minimum. If you want one, $750.
Right. Okay.
The highest sale was at $1,700.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So I was wrong. These at the moment, great investment.
Shit, even since the 30th, as of the 1st, they're up to the floor price is up to $967 now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So apologies. These
okay.
For the time being, very very successful investment if you bought any Trump NFT trading cards.
Oh man, we'll have to track that and see how well. Can we short those?
Oh, I don't think you can. Let me borrow your NFT and sell it, and I'll buy it back. No, I don't think you can short it because they're individual and unique.
Yeah, that makes it a little difficult, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Shall we draw, motherfucker?
Oh, that's the wrong button. Oh shit! I just closed it out. Oh, there it is. Ouch. Oh, fuck me. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I made you sweat before I fired that gunshot.
Yeah, you did. Slow on the mouse.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got for us this week? You got any good, bad, or ugly to discuss?
The good was I sat down and drew up the plan, and Monday I'm depositing money in my AMP account, and I'm gonna start with the paper trading for at least a month, and I'm getting back in. Starting Monday. I've got everything lined up. That's my good.
I love it. Ready to go.
Gonna be waking up as of this Monday. I'm gonna be waking up to do the market.
To do the market.
I'm gonna leave.
Do market things.
I'm gonna be getting up at 5:30 a.m. Okay, you happy?
Ugh.
Son of a bitch market.
Oh man, you went the wrong direction when you moved.
Yeah, I did.
I had an interesting good this week. It actually happened on a trade that I had sized down on because I didn't like something about the conditions of it. That was something was giving me red flags about the trade in general, and rather than miss another setup, I thought, okay, I'll just cut down the size, and that way I can still at least keep my, like, that felt like a good compromise, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
What I noticed though while I was sitting in that trade is I didn't feel that nearly the same inner struggle that I usually feel when I'm sitting in a trade, or had been feeling for the past couple weeks.
Mm.
Like that feeling of like, oh, I want to cut this. Oh, I need to cut this. I need to flatten. Oh, take profit now. Oh, it's going against me. Oh, I'm the worst trader in the world, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like all that inner shit that goes on in your head when you're sitting in a position. And I realized that I think I had been pushing too hard on this eval account. I think I was taking too much risk. So I went for the rest of the week. I adjusted my size back down to $150 max risk instead of the 200 I was using, and my comfort levels, or the ability to sit through a trade, just got immediately better.
Well done. That's great to hear.
Yeah, but it's also, so now I got to think of a way because I want to keep myself on that edge of comfort. So I don't want to be too comfortable with what I'm trading. I want it to still matter somewhat, but I don't want it to be that extreme, if that makes sense. So going forward, I'll have to be a little more intentional or structured with how I increase my risk parameters or risk tolerance. Like push it to the edge of comfort, let that become comfortable, then push it again, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I know
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah. So I think that was my good, was having that realization.
Yeah. You gotta size and risk where you're comfortable.
It's just funny that it was that, like, just like, if I'm sure I could have had many other opportunities to notice it, and I think it was the conversation I had with Baba that clued me in on being aware of that. So I guess I should say thank you to him for for sharing what he shared.
Yeah. Thank you, Baba.
All right, do you have a bad?
I did.
Oh, what was it?
When I didn't read the news, I saw AMC spike and I bought puts.
Oh, ooh.
And if I'd read the news that Bezos was considering buying them, I maybe wouldn't have gone so heavy. The next day, I was showing 25% profit. I did not sell any of it, and that's my bad. I held on to them and took a total loss
Oh,
because it got pinned on Friday. That's why I was watching it Friday, just be pinned all day.
Oh, you're betting against us?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what you get.
Now it wasn't a ton of money, I only
Yeah.
I think I only had $150 in the account at the time, but now I only have $90. So
Right. Well, I mean, regardless of the size of your account, right? We should be practicing good controls or good practices.
Yeah.
Because if you can't do it with a little amount, then
it really was not taking profit when I had it. And it was like afterwards, when I was looking at it, was like, Dan, you knew better. Like, why didn't you, like, oh yeah, you're greedy. You were like, oh, AMC's going to fall to $3 and not even look at the news.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe that's ugly. I don't know.
Nah. Well, I don't know. It depends on what you got for ugly then.
That's all I did this week.
My bad was messing up brackets on a trade on Wednesday. I don't know how many times we talked about checking your brackets. This is another one of those scenarios where I forgot to adjust my position size. I didn't have my stops set, so I was scrambling to put all that in place after I put the order on. But while I was adjusting the stops and take profits to put them where they belonged, I didn't notice that I wasn't sized correctly, so I had way too little of a position on a trade that ended up winning. So it really just highlighted to me the importance of why you want your position size to be consistent like that, because that little snafu there took me from being what should have been slightly green week to basically flat or a slight loss because of commissions.
Yeah.
Like if everything lines up to where your losses are, you're taking double the risk than your wins, like that's another way to bring yourself to ruin, right? Like those need to be consistent if you want to let the numbers play out.
Absolutely they do.
Yeah, so I got to reinforce that lesson this week. And then on my ugly, I think you'll recognize this one too. That trade that I was mentioning there had a snafu happen where when the take profit was hit for the first for the core of the position, basically. It did not adjust the stops. I still had a stop for the full size in place and active, and I could see that on there. Like, wait a minute, I don't want to accidentally flip, directions if this comes back against me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to just be out of my position and flat. So I tried to adjust the stop to get the quantity to show correctly, and it accidentally took it off. So I lost that and my take profit with the position. And this has happened 2 times that I can think of in the past, and both times Robert has been kind enough to tell me how I can just send those brackets to reestablish them based on your position, and I had done nothing to learn that until the third time it bit me in the foot. And to me, that's an ugly. Like, how many opportunities do you need for something to tell you, hey, this could be a potential problem, and to not do anything about it?
Right.
Yeah. So I was a little disappointed in myself on that one. Like, I knew this was an issue. I'd identified it as an issue, and I still hadn't figured out how to do it.
Yeah, that qualifies as an ugly for sure.
But guess what I know how to do now? On the plus side, I got the hotkeys and everything set up, so I can do it.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, I don't need a catastrophic failure to happen 3 times before I finally take action, though. I need to.
Apparently, you
I need to
do.
do better at that. Fair enough.
Oh, well.
All right.
I think AMC not taking profit was bad. The ugly was being stubborn and not getting out of the trade and watching the value of my puts go to 0 on Friday.
Yeah.
That was me being ugly. There was no excuse for that. I can't even be like, well, I'm out of practice. Like, no, there's just no excuse.
Right. Oh God, I know exactly what you're talking about too.
I'm right, the market's wrong. I'm even
Yep.
sitting there in the kitchen explaining to Jamie Lynn how market makers have to hedge and how a price will get pinned because of the options that everybody's purchased and everybody's sold.
Right.
I'm like, it's not like they're doing anything nefarious. Like, they're just being like, well, no, we have to have these shares to cover these options, and then these options got sold. Okay, so we got to shift. Now we got to sell the shares. Now we got to buy them again. Now we got to sell them again, and then the price just ends up being at $5. Like,
right,
sons of bitches. And I didn't help. I bought $5 puts. I'm part of the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. All right. Should we do a bet and wrap this thing up?
Oh yeah. Let's do a good bet for April.
Okay. April Fools.
I need it, wanna feed it, gonna win it if I take it from you. I'm filling my positions, quit your bitching, random's gonna lose. Got a chart full of levels and a stop that's not too tight. It's bet picking time in the shop, so pick 'em right.
All right. For bet picks this week, I was dodging weather yesterday, so I didn't get to do a whole lot of research. I did ask our Discord to give us some suggestions. So if we want to take a look at some of those, we can crowdsource it this time. Maybe take the pressure off.
Okay, because we've been doing so good.
Right.
Yeah.
We got White Boy Rick suggested MPW, SQ, and AI as tickers to take a look at.
Wow. Okay. Well, you want to pick one and I'll pull it up?
Why don't you start with SQ? That was the one that looked the most interesting when I was checking them this morning before we started recording.
SQ Block Incorporated. Okay, looking at the daily. Interesting. It's filling its gap down.
That looked like some pretty solid something happened on the 23rd. And right now we've got a couple of dojis on the daily right at the 200-day simple moving average.
Oppenheimer just put out a report on him. That gapped him down. Blocks cash
user count assertions.
Yeah. Oppenheimer's saying they're inflating their user count.
Interesting.
So we want to short them?
That's kind of the direction I was leading. Now, White Boy Rick was really smart in not giving us any directional plays. He just gave us tickers
He's
to
just
look
like,
at.
look at this one.
Yeah, so smart move, buddy. Can't be wrong if you don't pick a side.
Yeah, right. It's true. It's very true.
There's that one, and then there was AI, which, okay, that one looks even more interesting.
AI?
Yeah, ticker is AI.
C3.ai Incorporated?
Yep.
Whoa. What the fuck is their news?
I don't know, but since January, they've been suddenly getting a whole lot of interest in their stock. The volume has been...
Looks like it's just AI news, like people talking about AI.
Is that when ChatGPT came out at the end of January?
Maybe that's when we started talking about it. Wow. I think this has got another $10 to go.
Right?
Because it IPO'd $90, $100, $115.
Yeah.
Like it's been as high as $183.90. So it's coming off of some lows, some $10 lows. I mean, that's a wild swing from 2021.
Yeah, and I like how it's well above some points that I would have expected some resistance at. I think it's getting into a block where probably see it push up to like 40, 43 if the momentum can continue carrying it.
Yeah, a 21.5% gain on Friday is huge. So what? Maybe a pullback down to 30.
I don't even know where you get a pullback on this. Let's go into the lower time frame charts here.
Looks like we got the volume. I would expect it 28 to be just based on the volume profile. 28 half.
That would take it back to almost the open on Friday.
It would. Is that reasonable, or are we going to say like 30, 31?
I would try to get in. I think 31 half looks like a better entry, but you can stagger it. We could go half at 31 and half, and then the other half at 28.
Okay.
I could go that way.
Okay. Sure.
All right, let's do that.
Let's do it.
28 even?
You think it'll pull back all the way to 28?
Probably not. I mean, we can go a little.
Let's say
go with that.
29.
29. Okay. Sounds good to me. And take profit at 40. 40?
Yeah, it gets to 40, definitely.
Okay. We'll just close it out at there.
Yeah.
Happy enough.
Yeah. I would say take half profit at 37.5 and the rest at 40.
Okay.
And that is wildly optimistic.
Right. Other half at 40. All right. Now we need a random stock. Let's get some dice rolls. 3 and 4. So New York Stock Exchange, Basic Industries. Interesting. Ryerson Holding Corporation. RYI.
RYI.
Is that the name of the insurance salesman in Groundhog's Day?
Ryerson? Ned Ryerson. Maybe.
Yeah. I think it is.
The guy who just punches in the face in the one shot.
Yeah. Ned?
Oh yeah, you gets him the hug, cheek to cheek.
Right.
I missed you so much. Ryerson Holding Corp engages in Groundhog Day related merchandise
or life insurance.
Oh yeah, right. No,
it's non-energy minerals and steel.
Oh, that's way boring. It does have a buy rating on the technicals.
Yeah.
Buy rating on the analyst. Shit.
Actually looks okay as far as the stock goes. Kind of looks like it maybe double topped a little bit, or a bit of a head and shoulders at the top there.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite push a new high from April of 22.
I've got hopes. I've got hopes that random enters and it just falls.
Yep, that's my hope too.
Yeah, I got hopes it's a bad week for Ryerson Holding Company.
Right. Did we do it, Dan? Did we make a show?
I think we did. Whether we liked it or not,
Yeah.
the show is
Whether
done.
anybody likes it or not.
Ha
We did it.
Take that, listener.
All right, you want to wrap us up?
Oh,
Take us home?
folks. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the episode. We're so glad that you made it into the shop with us today. But sadly, all good things do have to come to an end. And we're kicking you all out. We do appreciate your time. If you could, like, share, subscribe, rate, tell your friends, tell your enemies, put us on repeat for your pets when you leave your house. And we'll be back at you soon. Until then, happy trades.
Slam that 5-star rating like it's the brakes of a train hauling hazardous materials, and take care.
Oh, good Lord.
Two Bulls in a China Shop is an entertainment program, and all thoughts and opinions expressed in the show belong to the hosts and not of any company. They are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or on any specific security or investment product. It is only intended to provide entertainment about stocks and the financial industry of trading. If you make trades based on what you hear in this show, you assume all risks for those trades.
Oh, it was too soon?
No, it's too on the nose. Please.
Oh, God.
Please, if you are a train conductor listening to our show, please be careful. For the love of God.
Do not slam the brakes.
Of course, I think they were the people striking for better rail conditions.
Oh, I think they might have been.
Fucking hell.